Hi everyone, welcome to round 27 of the London 1899 Classic Tournament. In this game, we have what I believe is Lasker and Steinitz's final matchup. I believe Steinitz actually died before the year ended. So, in this position, it is white to move. White played the move h3, kicking the bishop. Bishop moved away. Knight to g5 was played. After knight to h4, though, knight g5 was a mistake, because after knight h4, threatening mate, if rook f2, bishop g3 kicks the rook away, whereas bishop f3 kind of gives up the two bishops. So he actually just went back to knight f3. Not what he intended, obviously. And now that white has wasted this time, pause your video and try to figure out what move you would play here for black. Alright, I'm going to show you now. Black played a very nice move here. Knight takes g2. A beautiful sacrifice. And the idea is after king takes, a double piece sacrifice. Lasker was actually pretty well known for his double piece sacrifices. And after king takes, queen h5. If knight h4, rook e2 is strong. King to g2, queen g4. This runs into checkmate. And after something like king h1, I believe this, followed by rook e4, leads to an undefendable attack. The knight can't move because queen h2 is mate, and black is just completely winning. The attack is too strong. So therefore, after bishop h3, he actually just gave up the rook. And now is when black played yet another beautiful move. And there may be more than one good move in this position, but I really like what Lasker did here. Most people would think, well, actually, you know what? Pause your video, try to figure it out. Alright, so you probably could figure out that the move is not to just take the rook, which would be the natural move, and therefore white would have two pieces for a rook, but we would have two pawns and a nice attack. Instead, he kept his bishop, because he felt he was going for the attack, he might need that bishop later, and he played the move f6. What a slow move. It looks like it's not really doing much, but the idea is to start a pawn storm with g5. And as you're going to see, white is almost no chance to defend against this in a practical game. After rook g1, g5, white just bailed out, sacrificing a piece. But now the problem is the material is even, and the pawns are even, but the white king is still in the middle of the board. And therefore black was able to push home his advantage pretty easily. Now he's just up the exchange, so not super complicated anymore. I'm showing the rest of the game for completion's sake, but now he resigned. The main two key ideas in this game were number one, finding this move, knight takes g2. You always have to be ready and aware of these sacrificial attempts. And then this move f6. I really like this, with this idea of g5. It's a very hard move to see, as opposed to just taking the rook and getting pretty much even the material. Instead, he keeps the material advantage for white, or he allows white to maintain the material advantage. Although not, he's down a piece for two pawns. But this g4 and g5 idea, very annoying to deal with in a practical game. And you saw Steinitz couldn't handle the attack. So, a win for Lasker in the last matchup between these two great champions. And we're going to look at one more game from this tournament before we move on to the next event. So thanks guys for watching. I will see you tomorrow with another game. Bye-bye.